Vikings get their fifth straight victory. They improved to 6-1 after beating the Arizona Cardinals by a final score 34-26. This game was the tale of two halves. The first half, Arizona, they scored late after an insane snag and grab touchdown by DeAndre Hopkins over Harrison Hitman Smith. At halftime, Vikings up 14-10. Can't even be mad at that. But the first half overall, the Vikings owned it. The first drive offensively for the Vikings, 3rd and 4 at Arizona's 17. Pressure coming. Kirk Cousins moves up, scrambles right, turns the corner, touchdown. Incredible. The last couple of years, Kirk Cousins has really improved the usage of his legs. I'm not saying he's Lamar Jackson, but at the same time, I think it's safe to say that Kirk Cousins is no longer a sitting duck of a statue of a quarterback. Patrick Peterson switching to defense. What a day he had. 3rd and 7, just outside the red zone. Kyler Murray throws a deep strike to A.J. Green running down the right sideline. Peterson had a textbook pass deflection in the end zone. And I counted 2 weak-ass penalties called against P2 for the game. There was the first half, a horse collar. I don't believe it was. It was just physical contact. It's football. And then in the second half, second to last Arizona possession, defensive pass interference. It wasn't. But going back to offense, the second possession for the Vikings, 3rd and short. Kirk Cousins could have ran his way for a first down. Instead, he elected to throw a pass to Justin Jefferson, incomplete. And on 4th down, he overthrew Adam Thielen. Turnover on downs. In the first half, Kyler Murray, for the most part, was neutralized, could not get things going. And Zadarius Smith, I talked about this in the preview vid, that he needs to get at least 1 sack on 3rd down to make a big-time impact. He did just that. 3 sacks on the day. And it doesn't stop there. Also had 4 TFLs. He doesn't have a C patch on his jersey, but I'm telling you right now, he is the captain of this defense. The energy that he brings, he's a lightning of a bottle in a player, but for every game. 8.5 sacks on the year. Packers Nation swore he was washed. Defensive MVP. Second quarter, 3rd and goal. Kirk Cousins, double play action to a wide open Johnny Munt for a touchdown. The first half defense was stellar, brought the heat nonstop. Cam Dantzler charged the ball carrier from the outside. And to end the first half, Greg Joseph. Let's talk about it. Greg Joseph ends the first half with a blocked field goal attempt from 56 yards out. Low drive, straight into a Cardinals helmet. If you're 50 plus yards out and you need a field goal and you only have enough time for one play or it's 4th down, the Vikings need to go about it as if they don't have a kicker at all. You might as well go for it. That and you missed the extra point attempt after the KJ Osborne touchdown. Should have been up by 2 possessions, instead only 8 points. You allowed the Cardinals to stay in the game. This game should not have gone down to the wire the way that it did. I'm so done with Greg Joseph. The Vikings need to cut him and sign somebody. Anybody that ever open up TCO Performance Center to anybody that ever played soccer, even if it's just at the high school level, open it up, give everybody a workout. This is bad. You can't go on the rest of the year like this. Greg Joseph is in Blair Walsh territory. He will cost you a game, perhaps ending your season in the playoffs. But the second half, if you're a fan of either the Vikings or the Cardinals, the second half, your blood pressure went through the roof. If you're not a fan of either team, it was entertaining as hell to watch. Patrick Peterson, another pass deflection on 3rd and 15 intended for Robbie Anderson. He was in his bag today. That was good. And then there's the fact that DeAndre Hopkins, who went for 12 catches, 159 yards, and a touchdown, absolutely destroyed Minnesota's secondary. Now back to the good. Love the depth at outside linebacker. Patrick Jones II and DJ Wonnum, not just today, but for the season. They have been outstanding. And now back to the bad. Ed Ingram is officially a sled. He was awful all game long, gave up the 3rd down sack to J.J. Watt. At this point, you have to bench Ed Ingram and play Chris Reed. Playing Ed Ingram any further is a self-sabotage job. Now, Vikings respond to a Zach Ertz touchdown with the Alexander Madison score on 2nd and goal. And speaking of the run game, Dalvin Cook, a huge factor today. 111 yards and a touchdown. He was great. Perhaps the driving force of the offense. Kyler Murray, pocket collapsing around him, throws up a duck of a pass, intercepted by Harrison Smith. Dalvin Cook with the touchdown run. Vikings go up 28-17. Rondale Moore catches a pass underneath, breaks away from 2 Vikings tacklers, it seemed like at the same time, goes off for a 38-yard touchdown. The game, already drunk, proceeded to get more drunk. Arizona, they recover a sack fumble on Kirk Cousins, but damage control held them to a field goal. And the final possession by the Vikings offense, Kevin O'Connell, for whatever reason, decided to channel his inner Mike Zimmer and go run, pass, defense. Come on, bro. What are we doing here? You have a chance to put the game away, and you do that. And the Cardinals, their final possession, down 8. The Vikings defense won the game off back-to-back sacks. First one by Zadarius Smith, last one by Harrison Phillips. The defense closed it out. Arizona now 3-5, but they're a headache of a football team. This was a big win in my book. The Vikings, they needed this. They're in great shape. That is, of course, only if they cut Greg Joseph and bench Ed Ingram in favor of Chris Reed. Glad we got the dub, 6-1. Vikings fans, if you work tomorrow, strut your stuff into the office and talk your shit. Respectfully, of course. Don't get fired.